guys, this is jwuntoldtruth. Welcome to the Watchtower Dirty Little Secrets channel. So here we will be talking about the disfellowship arrangement and the disassociation arrangement regarding blood transfusions. So sit back and enjoy this short clip. The Watchtower deceived the Bulgarian government. Very interesting. Let's see how this developed. Jehovah's Witnesses, to be recognized in Bulgaria as a religion, had to stop punishing their followers by accepting blood transfusions. The Watchtower somehow came up with the reclassification of this fellowship arrangement to a disassociation arrangement, claiming this was not a punishment, but rather the follower was making their own decision. So let's have a look at this form that they have, the Watchtower, the S77E614. It's called the Notification of Disfellowshipping or Disassociation Form. So here, a follower can be disassociated or classified as a by failure to abstain from blood. But we need to ask a question, a very important question, friends. How do Jehovah's Witnesses view disassociated followers? And that is a very good question, because there has to be a difference between a disfellowship person or a disassociated person. So here, Jehovah's Witnesses, the Watchtower, published this book called Pay Attention to Yourselves and to All the Flock, which is the eldest book. And here we can see how a JW has to view a disassociated person. So here down the bottom on the left-hand side says, disfellowshipped and disassociated ones are shunned by those who wish to have a good relationship with Jehovah. So both of them will be shunned the same way. Now on the top right-hand side says, those who disassociate themselves should be viewed and treated, very important, treated the same as a disfellowship person. So they both are viewed and treated the same way. So no difference. So let's have a look at the next one. It says, if one disassociates himself and later wants to return to the congregation, he must request a hearing for reinstatement, the same as one who has been disfellowshipped. So the same thing again. A person who wants to be reinstated into the congregation has to go through the same process as the disfellowship person. So at the end of the day, there is no difference at all. But somehow the Watchtower forgot to mention this to the Bulgarian government. I invite you guys to watch the next short clip regarding the Watchtower and the Bulgarian government by the exjw critical thinkers. It's an amazing video by them, and thumbs up. Thanks guys for watching, and until the next. Bye.
Theocratic warfare. And it is a very, very effective tool, especially when they work with governments. And they have used this for decades. And they will continue to use this because it often proves to be a very effective tool.
Well, now in a previous video, when we talked about international inconsistencies, you talked about the country of Bulgaria.
Yes.
And where theocratic warfare was used. Can you give our viewers some insights into that and its implications?
Yes. If you get the opportunity, we seriously invite you to go and read, just go up on the internet and just type it into Google and you can find it's no big deal, about the Watchtower in Bulgaria, especially in the issue that they were facing. To basically put in a nutshell, the society was trying to want to be a registered organization in the country of Bulgaria.
Okay.
Typically, countries, before they'll let organizations or groups from outside in, they want to see, do you meet with our standards as a country? And it was basically two things that the country of Bulgaria found unacceptable from Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay.
They would not allow any young men to serve in the alternative service. Society's position had for years been, we're not going to let it happen. So basically, the country of Bulgaria and the society, they presented their case to what is referred to as the European Commission on Human Rights and so forth. And the commission says, look, y'all two go back and work out a deal. Come back to us when you finish working out the deal. And that's what they did. Well, at the time, Bulgaria had no alternative service program. So they said, okay, what we'll do, we'll put in an alternative service program so that your young men won't have to go to prison.
If there's an alternative to going to prison.
That was
the term alternative service.
Exactly. So Bulgaria, from their side of the table, they gave up, well, we'll put together an alternative service program. Society, of course, they had to give up something. And it was very interesting what they did. The issue that Bulgaria had was that you guys, as a religion, you will take action, sanctions, against our citizens because they refuse blood. We need you to address that. And that's what the society did. They came back and they agreed that no sanctions would be levied against a Jehovah's Witness for taking blood. Now, that's the catch-22. This is where the theocratic strategy comes in at. See, the society did make a change on blood. Blood has always been something that Jehovah's Witnesses said you can't take. Can't take transfusions. They, of course, they break it up into little fractions and so forth. But their basic position is you can't take blood. So what the society did, during that time, the position of the organization basically was you will be disfellowship. It's interesting, during that time, it shifts over to disassociation.
I see.
Now, why that is crucial is because that takes off the table that any types of sanctions will be levied against this person. You see, as we discussed in one of our videos on the difference between disfellowshipping and disassociation, one is active, one is passive. One requires that the organization does something. Elders are sending letters, certified letters, making phone calls, setting up meetings, the whole 9 yards.
One has more liability, the other one has less.
That's the hope, and that's where the theocratic strategy comes in at. And so that is what they did. They came back to the table and they told them, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to take any action against them. Little did the Bulgarians know, we're just going to put them over here as dissociated folks, which of course gets the exact same result. You can talk to anyone who is watching this video who is either disfellowship or disassociated. They get treated exactly the same way. Theocratic warfare.
So for our viewers, many may be asking, hey, JT, Daniel, this happened over in Bulgaria how many years ago? Why should we care? How does this relate to us? Can you connect that down?
Yeah, basically this is just another example of that long trek of how the society operates. They even made this statement, basically, it doesn't matter. If the person we perceive is not worthy of the information, we don't have to tell them. And so a lot of government officials are coming to the table, think they're working with good faith. Not the case of the society. In other words, if you don't need to know, or we feel that you have no right to know, then we will not tell you.